The World Register is an independent news source. Our goal is to be a leading provider of truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting about people, places, and events. We currently use other news outlets to provide content and are not responsible for their version of events. Reuters news agency reports today that Iraqi forces opened exit routes for hundreds of civilians to flee the old city of Mosul, Iraq on Saturday as they battled to retake the quarter from Islamic State militants mounting a last stand in what was the de facto capital of their self-declared caliphate. U.S.-trained urban warfare units were moving along two perpendicular streets that converged in the heart of the old city, aiming to isolate the jihadist insurgents in four pockets. The week-old battle in the old city is turning into the deadliest of the eighth-month U.S.-backed campaign to take back the northern city, which fell to the militants in June 2014. The Washington Times reports today that the Senate Judiciary Committee has opened a probe into former U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch's efforts to shape the Federal Bureau of Investigation's investigation into 2016 Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. In a letter to Ms. Lynch, the committee asks her to detail the depths of her involvement in the FBI's investigation, including whether she ever assured Clinton confidants that the probe wouldn't push too deeply into the matter. Former FBI Director James B. Comey has said publicly that Ms. Lynch tried to shape the way he talked about the investigation into Mrs. Clinton's emails, and he also hinted at other behavior which he said he could not talk about yet that made him worried about Ms. Lynch's ability to make impartial decisions. As reported by RT, the Israeli Defense Force has attacked two Syrian army tanks after a dozen spillover projectiles landed in the Israel-controlled part of the Golan Heights from Syrian territory. The Israeli military said several projectiles fired from Syria hit an open area in the northern Golan Heights. No injuries were reported. Calling the incident an unacceptable violation of Israeli sovereignty, IDF aircraft targeted the origin of launches and two Syrian tanks. The Israeli army instructed farmers and civilians near the Quneitra border crossing into Syria to avoid open fields. An IDF spokesperson said that Israel's retaliation came less than an hour after the spillover fire. The IDF reportedly stressed that it views Syria as ultimately responsible for what is happening in its territory.